it.
I really like it, actually.
Yeah.
What's up, y'all? Straw Master Lee.
And Lulu.
Well, Linkin Park is blessing us with another unreleased track.
What?
This is what I love about bands that have been around for a long time. You start to realize how much stuff that they've created over the years that never get released. And I always thought it would be really interesting to even put stuff out there that's not done. I don't know about you, but I'm really fascinated with just hearing about like the creative process and hearing also things that, why do they release that? Maybe there's something there, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe taking it and fixing it up a bit and re-releasing it.
No, I do like that too. Yes, I always like the behind the scene or the story of how they created their craft.
Yeah, so this is a complete song, not just something that's, half done. And if there's any indication, they have no idea what's good music or not, because with Lost, they're like, yeah, this sounded too similar. We don't need it. And I'm like, that was a damn good song. They should have put it out there.
Right.
We literally just reacted to In the End, and I was reading about the history of that. And Chester was like, this song is not going to be great. It's just going to suck. And boom, one of the biggest ones of all time. It just goes to show you, sometimes it's so easy to get caught up in your own head of what you think you like or don't like that. Maybe there needs to be some method where bands can get some reaction without officially releasing stuff, right? Like maybe a fan club where, a couple thousand people, maybe 10,000 people can hear things a bit early just to get you a sense of like, are you on track? Are you just too caught up in your head?
Is that like gaming?
Actually, gaming is a lot like that. I'm not trying to say like music should be like gaming, because I know a musician's going to say like, well, look, it's a creative process. It's not meant to be, this is what's coming from my soul. But I think with a number of industries, they do kind of have like a beta test group or like a test screening group where they can get a little bit of feedback to see if they're on track. Now, you don't have to follow it. You can still say, I'm going with my gut. But for something like this, they could have said, you know what? People seem to really like this when we didn't think much of it. Let's go with it. Like, it could inspire you actually to put more creative energy into it. So, just a thought.
Interesting.
All right, let's check this out, yo. By the way, if you want to hear some wild stories of Vegas, you got to follow my show.
And if you want some hotness, check out my fantasy show.
Go. Oh, they're using AI again. AI-generated art. Oh, classic Linkin Park sound.
Sometimes these thoughts in my head speak so loud. Every little thing that I think about just builds on top of the pain and doubt. Even though I wanna just let it out, I try to act like I don't mind it. Try to keep my mouth so quiet, but sitting there in my silence just seems to amplify it. When I thought that keeping this inside would make it better, I never thought that I would end up ruining it forever. But every time I think I got everything put back together, I end up making more regrets. Falling from grace, I watch it all come apart, knowing I could have changed it all from the start. Fighting myself, I always lose. Fighting myself, I always lose. I didn't want you to think I'm worn out so easily. I wish I'd held it in so you never knew it built up inside of me. Now I don't know how it overflowed, spilled out unwillingly. But now everything that I learned to hate came out for you to see. I don't want you to promise you can change everything and make it better, cause you can bet I'm gonna end up ruining it forever. And every time you think you got everything put back together, I end up making more regrets. Falling from grace, I watch it all come apart, knowing I could have changed it all from the start. Fighting myself, I always lose. Fighting myself, I always lose. Falling from grace, I watch it all come apart, knowing I could have changed it all from the start. Fighting myself, I always lose. Fighting myself, I always lose.
awesome.
Love it.
I really like it, actually.
Yeah.
If this was originally released, I would have been like, yeah, would have been up there, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. I honestly love it. And, I was listening to the lyrics and like, don't we all fighting ourselves?
Yes, don't we all fight ourselves? They have a lot of that kind of music, actually. A lot of if you listen to a lot of Linkin Park music, it's a lot about like dealing with issues and how to overcome them and, that kind of struggle in life. And it works so well with their kind of music because it's like, oh, it seems so depressing. No, it's like fighting. Like the music conveys a sense of like, like, you know what I'm saying? And the visuals, holy moly. It's really cool to see them use more AI because I noticed that in their last music video as well. And people are like, you sure that's AI? I'm like, yeah, this is definitely AI because there's a type of sometimes surreal quality to AI. And for something like this, if you had to do it by hand, it would have taken artists freaking forever. But with AI, right, you feed it in a couple of commands and then it would start generating it. And as it starts to warp that morphing type of visual, that's kind of the stuff where AI actually is good at it in many ways, partly because it's bad at it. Like it's forming images, but it's not quite forming it in ways that oftentimes is perfect. It's almost like a dreamlike quality to it, right? There's sometimes something just a little bit off about it. But man, the way they did that with the beat of the music was really trippy.
Yeah. It reminds me of the game you created. Like every time you zoom in and it creates a new pictures and
yeah, you could just zoom in constantly. That effect in it itself is already very trippy. Like they're just constantly going at you, and like if you had to watch this all day, I think your mind would just kind of like slightly lose it. All right, let's check out the comments here to see what people are saying because I get a feeling something like this is pure nostalgia, even though it's a new song.
All right, so let's read this one. The time machine really does exist. Words can't describe the feeling that comes with listening to this.
It is like a time machine.
It
Linkin Park time machine.
is. Yes.
That's why I think it's even more important that they save this kind of music because even with bands that, and we've been doing this a lot lately, where we'll go back, band that's been around for a long time and they're releasing new music and you go listen to like, oh, that's great. But like the sound evolves, the voice is different. You know what I'm saying? It's an evolution. But stuff like this, it's a throwback. So it's pure nostalgia, even though it's like, tickling your ears for the first time.
You will get emotional.
Yeah, you totally would.
Yeah.